Hello and thank you for clicking on this Fun with Peat and Sherry video. I am your host Julian. This video is on my suggestion for a sensible Scotch flavor map. Now, does the world really need a sensible Scotch flavor map? No. But given that there are already a great many insensible Scotch flavor maps out there, it seems to me that having one that is sensible could only be beneficial. So, to make this as simple as possible, my flavor map is going to chart the two most recognizable, and if I dare say, fun flavors to be found in Scotch, those being peat and sherry. This is also the flavor map I wish I had had when I started out drinking Scotch, because at first I probably didn't like Scotch as much as it deserves to be liked because I didn't understand the tastes that I was tasting. It was more difficult for me to compare one Scotch to another because I never knew if I was comparing apples to apples. So this will help get you a compass to begin to understand Scotch on your own, and here's how it works. So to do this as simply as possible, I put peat on the x-axis, moving from left to right. It goes from no peat to a peat monster. And I put sherry on the y-axis, from bottom to top, going from no sherry to a sherry monster. To mention a little bit about the flavor maps that have come before, what you'll see if you look around is you'll generally see flavor on one axis and body on another. So you could see some scotches described as having full flavor and light body. Another scotch might be described as having light body but full flavor. Now, I'm sure that the people making these know exactly what they're talking about, but I've been drinking Scotch for a couple years now and I barely know what they're talking about. And more to the point, someone who is just beginning to drink Scotch could not possibly have any idea what they're talking about. So, granted, body is important, the lightness or heaviness of the Scotch, and no, my flavor map doesn't cover that. So nothing's perfect, but I believe I can represent that in another way, and to demonstrate, I'm going to start by charting the first 4 Scotches, which are also going to be my first 4 Scotch reviews. I'm pretty sure I know where they go, but I don't want to risk getting it wrong, so I'm going to have a little taste. Alright. So starting from front to back, that will also be from left to right, your left, that is. Glenlivet. Very fruity. No peat, no sherry. Bottom left corner. So here is Glenlivet in the bottom left corner. It's so light, as you can see, I'm marking it with a feather instead of a standard whiskey barrel. Macallan. You can smell right over top that wine influence. Big sherry monster. And here is Macallan in the upper left corner. I'm marking it with a standard whiskey barrel. Ardbeg. Note the color, a little paler. Very typical of an Islay whiskey. Tipsy. Oh, my cats may join me from time to time during these reviews. Alright, the second sip is not because I couldn't figure out where to put it. It's just because it's quite good. This is a peat monster, obviously. And here is Ardbeg in the bottom right corner. Big peat monster. And wouldn't it be nice if I could have one for the top right corner, a peat monster and a sherry monster? Unfortunately, I can't really find anything like that in Virginia. If you know of one, please let me know. Put it in the comment section. I'm told I should give Ardbeg Ugadal a try, but it's a little hard to come by down here in the south, thanks to the hard-working guys at ABC. So this is Balvenie. This is lightly peated and lightly sherried. And Balvenie Doublewood, which is only very lightly peated and only put into a sherry barrel for a couple of months, goes right here at the beginning of both peat and sherry. Now you may be saying, wait, you didn't cleanse your palate after each one of these scotches. Well, true, and I didn't bother because I don't really think there's any such thing as a neutral palate. So anytime you're trying to do that, you're kind of wasting your time. You might want to add water if you're doing this yourself. I tend to like to drink my scotch neat. Water can be added very easily though with a little squirt bottle. It can be added more dramatically using other means if you are interested in drama. So, thank you very much. These are going to be my first 4 scotch reviews: Glenlivet, Macallan, Ardbeg, and Balvenie Double.